What is up, guys? What is up? How is everyone doing? All right. Let's get this live underway. Just going to let everybody know Crypto Live is on right now. All right. So, what a day. What a day. CJDV, yeah, it is supposed to be like that. I just wanted something for the background. But yeah, thank you. It is reversed. Yeah. If there's text, it is reversed. I could change it. We'll change it back to this one. Darker. All right. So how's everyone doing, guys? Longing or shorting the market? Making money in the market, hopefully. Some people are going to long. Moises, how we doing? Starfire, how we doing? Okay. Some people are longing. Some people are shorting. Some people are looking for longs. Some people are waiting for shorts. Okay. Whatever you are doing, there's no right or wrong answer. You're here to make money. And that is it. I am only stacking shorts. The pump to me is, I don't really see it. I can't really see the pump right now. Just, I'm making myself not see it. Okay. However, there are some people longing, and that is good because you're making money either way. So we're going to get into Bitcoin for a moment, but I want to give you guys the trade setup that is going to make you a lot of money. I called it in our trading group. We are potentially up a boatload. Okay. There's one more opportunity on Turbo here for the fam who wants to get into an ultimate legendary short. This thing is going to dump all the way back down to here. Now it has dropped a bit, but my original entry was right here. And if you're on a Forex trade, that's about $500 difference. But like I said, guys, this candle movement on Bitcoin, I can't see it. I'm not looking at it. Obviously, I'm looking at it. I have to be aware of it, but it isn't flashy to me. For those of you that know me from a long time ago, we used to drink the Kool-Aid, essentially, ride the hype train, right? And sometimes the market is boring when you stay out of it, but sometimes it's the best to stay out of it when you don't find a trade. So this is your last warning on Turbo. Major dump coming. Of course, non-financial advice. Set up your leverage. We called the trade setup right here. We're up that much right now, okay, roughly, on a Forex trade on Turbo. So I'm in the trade, in our trading group. And all I got to tell you is find an entry. know your leverage, and make a ton of cash over the next 8 to 10 hours on Turbo. Okay? Non-financial advice, guys. I cannot tell you to get into a trade, but what I can do is give you a setup that could potentially make you absolute bank. So there's a reason I'm not paying attention to the Bitcoin pump. Okay, obviously I'm aware of it, right? I am aware of it, but we are in a downtrend, and well, here's what we're in. So first, let's go into, so again, last call on Turbo, okay? That is the last call. Manage your leverage though. Now, guys, I'm not saying long is bad either. Longing is fine, but you need to know when to take profit. This is not a longing market, okay? Just like when Bitcoin was pumping up to whatever it was not a shorting market. Well, it was for altcoins. So we got a macro downtrend, and one of the reasons Bitcoin pumped like this is because you already hit the bottom, right? This could have been seen from a whiles away, but it is not good to go against the trend. That is why we have a stop loss. If we get stopped out the first time, fine. We're going to go back in. We're going to switch to a long, or we're going to wait for a short. But here you can see that now we formed a low and a higher low in a downtrend channel. So there's a couple scenarios here that might play out. The first thing is, guys, make sure you guys are smashing up that like on YouTube. Make sure you are running Twitch in the background. It does help us trend. All right. And I appreciate you guys. And make sure x.com you are following, because I posted this Turbo setup on X. Well, everybody is talking about longs and videos and breakouts. I'm looking for the short. I feel like Scrooge, where it's like Christmas is here, but you know what? Nah, we're grumpy. We're grumpy. Christmas is here. Get off my property. Stop singing. It isn't like that, right? I'm just following the trend. That is it. So shared this setup here earlier on Turbo, guys. If you did take it, you're absolutely printing right now. It does freak me out a bit seeing Bitcoin pump this much. But our target is around 90, well, at this point, 94.5. Okay, now here's the problem I have with this pump. Now you've got bearish dive. So the question is, we finished New York right here. We finished New York right here. So Tokyo is breaking the close of New York. Are we going to come all the way down? And then are we going to come back down and consolidate into London? And that is kind of what I'm looking at. I'm looking at us pumping out into Tokyo, which would be essentially manipulation. And then I'm looking at bringing us back into London for accumulation, because you got a volume node right here. And we know Tokyo likes to manipulate the price. They definitely did it last night, right? So here is our volume node for the market to range in after a pump like that. But Tokyo could potentially even run it up to 93. Okay. Obviously, I would like to see 94.5, but you can see this is most likely clear manipulation in Tokyo because we've got that bearish divergence now. We've got that high right here. We've got this high right here. We got another higher high. We've got a lower high here on your indicator. And we've got a lower high on your MACD. Okay. Now, guys, again, longing is not bad, but you need to know when to get out of the market. Essentially, when you're in an uptrend, your shorts are going to be smaller than your longs. When you are in a downtrend, your longs are going to be smaller than your shorts. So if we're getting a big pump like this, the next move for the downtrend is going to be astronomical. So it's either going to be down here or we pump all the way up to 98 and then we rip it down to whatever it is, 76K. Ally 634, Ali 634, how you doing? Alejandro, how you doing? I know you probably want to look at XRP tonight. I'm studying near to long it tonight. Near could be a really good long. You guys know I've been talking about near for quite some time. So again, for the new people coming onto the live, guys, we are still in the zone of my dynamite short. This is my dynamite short for the new people that are coming onto the live. You need to manage your leverage. If you don't manage your leverage, you're going to get wrecked. Okay? Turbo, if you're looking for a short, turbo all day, every day. This thing is going to absolutely come down like bricks. Unless we actually break out on Bitcoin, Turbo is about to see you later and drop down through this volume clear blank space. All right. So for the new people that came onto the live, that is my short. Now, can Turbo bounce back up and forth? Absolutely it can. So don't go 10, 20x. Right. You can see it broke the trend. It is going in a little bit of a downtrend, but it is wicking. Right. It is wicking. It is wicking in this volume area, okay? That is the last time I'm talking about the turbo short for a while. We'll go over it again. I'm looking for a short in Bitcoin. Okay, so if you're looking for a short in Bitcoin, the first thing is you want to ask yourself is, what do you want to get out of this short? Okay? As a trader, we want to make money in trading. Where this is going to be different than other crypto channels, other Forex channels, guys, is I want you guys to make money. Do we want to get into the trade and ride the hype machine? Sure, right? Everybody wants to ride the hype machine. It's like you go to a bar and you start talking to people and you get fired up. Or for me, a festival. You go to a festival and there's beautiful women, the guys are talking, everybody's friendly, the music's bumping, all of that. But what is the end goal, right? The end goal is to have fun. You need to know the end goal in trading. So if you're looking for a short on Bitcoin, this potentially would be the short area, but I don't like it just because we actually haven't hit the top of this mini 4-hour uptrend, okay? We're in a mini 4-hour uptrend at the moment. Even in a macro downtrend, but the reality is we are in an uptrend. The highs right here, we're probably going to push up to 95-ish and then come back down. If we break out, then we absolutely obliterate this fair value gap where shorts were built up, and we're going to fly all the way to 98K. 98 to about 97 should be the top of the market. Why do I know this? Because the Bollinger Bands are tightening overbought. Okay. So you can see here that we're actually in a macro range on our Bollinger Bands. So I'll take away all my drawings here. I'll redraw it. The 9 and 21 looks like it is about to cross, but it actually hasn't yet, which I'm curious to see why. Okay. But essentially, guys, if you look at your Bollinger Bands, we are on the daily. We are starting to range in this area right here. If this was completely oversold, I would say we're probably going to break out and go to 120K. But because we are completely overbought on the daily, and by overbought, I mean the daily's overbought. The RSI is moving up, right? We are below the 50, which means we are still bearish, okay? But here's the thing. Bitcoin ranging in this area right here, there is a huge death cross approaching between your 800 SMA, your 200 SMA, and your 50 SMA. Why is this very important? The reason this is very important is because we're above it, which is good. But now we've got the downtrend. Okay, we've got the downtrend. And we can see if we take away the Tokyo session and the New York and the London session here. We can see how this is a continuation. So essentially you want to draw a channel like that. My short would be about right here. I wouldn't be shorting before 94. I'll say that. If it doesn't hit it, oh well, you wait for the short when you get more confirmation. Yes, we are very, very overbought. But that is the top, and that is bearish divergence into Tokyo, which is perfect. Because we are in a downtrend on the 15-minute time frame. Okay. So being that we are in a downtrend on the 15-minute time frame, guys, meaning we will push up to the resistance essentially probably right here. Okay. And then I would expect a drop. Maybe not a crazy drop, because here's the problem with shorting too right now, at least Bitcoin. Altcoins are fine. I wouldn't really short Bitcoin right now. You can short it here, like I said, but here's the problem. Bitcoin is in an uptrend on the 4-hour, but Bitcoin has to go to the top of the channel eventually. We can see it right here. Okay. The top of the channel is going to be, actually, it might be 102. I thought it was about 98. I might have my channel drawn wrong a bit. Yeah, I probably drew that wrong, or it moved. So if Bitcoin completely shot up right now, it'd be 102. If Bitcoin ranged, it would be 99 to 98. Okay. Did anybody take the turbo short? Is anyone in the turbo short is my question. Again, you're going to notice a bit of a range, right? So manage your leverage on turbo. I don't want people being like, oh, I took a 10x, a 15x short. No. 4x, 5x, right? Okay, perfect. So you've got a pennant here, a bull pennant, but obviously we're in a downtrend. So this is going to attract bears with that rejection. although people are going to go long, people are definitely going to go long in this area because we're in a pennant, right? It could bounce off of this fair value gap too and continue back up and then go down. Keep in mind, we're playing the market. Take profit when you could take profit, but all right. So I'm not shorting Bitcoin. I'm just not shorting Bitcoin. Honestly, I'm not going to short Bitcoin here. I'm not shorting Bitcoin here. I'm going to wait. This is my plan for Bitcoin, okay? I'm going to look at my altcoin shorts because you don't short it uptrend, but you don't long it downtrend. Here's the problem. If we short Bitcoin up here and it breaks out, then you get stopped out and you just wasted a bunch of time. But if we come down to this area right here at the bottom of the trend, whatever it is going to be, 87, 88, maybe even 91, we range and accumulate into London, and then New York sends it on one of the days, or Tokyo, then you're finding a good trade. I would not be trading Bitcoin. Bitcoin's in a no trade zone at the moment. I wouldn't short it and I wouldn't long it. I would wait for the retrace off of the trend line, if anything. But personally, for me, again, Bitcoin's not a trade I would be taking at the moment. Let's talk about XRP, guys. XRP. Absolutely ripping off the 618 here. Absolutely ripping. Look at this. Ripping off the 618 perfectly. So my spot is almost in profit, and I DCA'd a bit. But again, XRP is in a downtrend. Keep that in mind. So we're going to look for the downtrend. Okay. Here's the downtrend. We got resistance kind of right here. There's a bit of resistance in this area. So in the shorter term, XRP should hit 236, but we're still looking at that 276 target. You can see the massive fake out of the bull pennant, which we were longing, obviously got stopped out on. All they really did was drop it to the golden pocket off of that pump. And now you're looking for these type of targets on XRP. So you're looking at about 243. You're looking at about 263 and a wick to 275 perfectly, right? But again, guys, keep in mind, we are in a downtrend, okay? And I keep saying it to make people realize we're not bullish. We are just trying to recover levels and hit the next pivot point to continuation to the downside. All right? See what okay, so we're definitely manipulating in Tokyo. So here's an idea too. If we know we're manipulating in Tokyo, wherever Tokyo is going to go, once we range and consolidate, because New York or London's going to be distribution. We know that, right? I can 80% guarantee that London's going to be accumulation. So if we know London's going to be accumulation, then what are we looking for in New York? We're looking for a pump or we're looking for a complete dump. Well, if we come back here in range at our New York close where Tokyo opened, this could be an opportunity for a long if we're oversold and ranging. And this would actually go against my rules, but at the same time, it would be okay because we know what it is doing. Sorry, I got to watch my turbo trade a bit. Doesn't this make you like, if you're shorting an asset like this and you see a pennant like this, that's trippy as ever. Okay, we got 27 minutes left. We are dropping. 4 hours about to turn around here too. All right, we're good. Let's take a turbo short until where? I'll go over turbo in a bit, but pretty much the bottom of that pump. Actually, it could go a lot lower, but first let's talk about the bottom of that pump before we get too ahead of ourselves there, right? All right. Thank you guys for coming on the live. Thank you for trusting me to be a part of your day, your morning, your afternoon. I really appreciate it. Make sure you guys hit that like button, all right? Can anybody even comment on YouTube? I keep on forgetting the kids thing. If you guys can't comment on YouTube, let me know. Should work now. All right. Okay, so let's take a look at Ethereum. We got our levels on XRP lined up. Let's look at ETH and see what Ethereum's doing. So Ethereum's about to break out. Perfect. Appreciate you guys. Oh, and just so if anybody's wondering, guys, the reason we're live at this time and not the same time before is because this is when we get the most volume in the market open. So if you guys want to be very risky, Ethereum, you should be able to get a scalp on Ethereum to the top. Yeah, no, I can see a CJDV now. I just needed to look at the logo. right? So Ethereum should hypothetically hit that level right here. We got our downtrend on Ethereum. And I know Ethereum's not going to break because we're in a massive we already huge rising wedge, but in the shorter term, ETH should pump up to about 3,100. It should. Definitely should. Doesn't mean it will. Okay, so we've got our level marked on ETH. I'm going to set an alert here, guys, on ETH at about 31.33. Because I'm definitely going to be taking a short on Ethereum probably. I think we talked about this inverse head and shoulder last night on Ethereum. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. We're lining up our large caps right now. We've got Ether, we got Solana, we got XRP. We got a short on Turbo. It's not a large cap, but yeah, see, there was little inverse head and shoulders. So Solana has a mega double bottom here on the 18-hour. Let me redo this chart because we got a macro head and shoulder on Sol, but we've got double bottom here. So the way I'm seeing this, it looks like Solana can pump all the way to about 189. Yeah, you've broken this long time ago here. And that is the top of the downtrend on Solana. And you got a huge rounded bottom here on Sol, which would take us to the top of that 800 SMA right here, about 188. Again, guys, I'm personally not going to long the market, but I am showing you guys setups you can long if you do want to long. But I'll tell you what, I'm taking a short here all day, all day, all day. I'm setting my alert on Solana at about 188. Because even though this head and shoulder is coming back up, the reality is you are still in it, and the target is all the way down here. And also, you have a crazy death cross right now. So typically I wouldn't long under the 800 SMA, which is right here. But man, this is a Sol's in a ticking time bomb time frame. It looks bullish. We have a double bottom. I would like to see Solana 188. But this is a ticking time bomb time frame because you've got your 800 SMA. It could go for one big pump even to about 173 and then continue back down. Cryptos trading is interesting right now, guys. Okay, I want to go look at another trade I lined up. Brett, meme coins are going to go to garbage. Meme coins is going to nothing, okay? We all know that. So take advantage of it. But I will say Brett has a lot of potential to the upside right now. Technically, if you bought a spot on Brett right here and it went here, you'd make a lot of money. Again, I'm not shorting. How much could Solana drop? Below 90? But I got to see if we test the downtrend because the whole thing about a continuation of a downtrend is we're going to hit the top. If we could reject and not follow the downtrend. But if we reject, we're probably going to just double bottom at 94 and then continue back up. Guys, Brett is another play, not for a short yet, possibly for a long, okay? Brett is absolutely about to melt faces here. I'm looking for a short up here. You might want to be looking for a long or a spot trade. So off of this fair value gap would be my area for Brett. This pennant is probably going to, I don't know. Again, I don't like going against. I say we could get a pretty good pump on Brett. Looks like a really good pump is setting up. You guys seen what Turbo did. Pump to the top of the channel. Not too bad, not too bad. So keep an eye on Brett, guys. Brett is looking really, really good. Look, PAX G hit my target, I think. Almost. So this should be the top on gold shortly. Around that area. I really got to get on these videos, but I've been working on so much stuff for the series I'm working on in the back end. I'm working on a really cool series, guys, in the back end. I'm not going to tell anybody what it is. I'm uploading it, been doing some content for it. Going to be like a lot of fun. Going to be a lot of fun for sure. All right, let me go look at that trade again real quick. Just want to stay up to date here and make sure we're kosher. Yeah, I know we're still good. Yeah, so it looks like Tokyo is going to bring us back to New York close, and we're going to consolidate. See, you're overbought. You have that bearish divergence right here. Then we come back to New York close. Not too bad, right? I still think we could possibly come to here. But we know that Tokyo's manipulation. We know that London is probably going to be accumulation. So that means that New York is either going to pump it or dump it. I do want to say, guys, that is Wednesday too. And Wednesday is typically a red day for crypto. Tomorrow's Wednesday, right? But there's a possibility we do push up to here. We are going to probably settle in London around the New York close. What did silver do today? I didn't even check it. I've been too focused on crypto. Okay. So we're still rolling. Man, silver is ridiculous. So if you guys couldn't tell, all the money is in metals right now. Silver, gold, PL1, platinum. You can even look at platinum. I know you guys might not trade Forex or commodities. It does not matter, okay? It doesn't matter if you trade them. It matters for you to know what money is going where. Everybody's saying, well, we're in a bear market. Where's all the money? Gold, platinum, silver. What else am I missing? There's a couple of other ones. That is where the money's going. Ever since we had a change in politics, I will say, there's been a shift and a focus to metals and things that are natural resources and that can be mined. All right, fam, let's run up this live tonight. I'm absolutely freaking hyped up. Pudgy Penguins is running. Do I see a short opportunity coming up? Like Turbo? Can you even short? Pangu, I am smart. Moises, Cooper. Is Cooper a coin? Sorry, Cooper. If Pudgy Penguins recovers and Solana recovers, this could be a dynamite play. Oh, Copper. Oh, man, sorry. I'm missing Copper. Yeah, Copper too. I just only trade PL1, platinum, silver, and gold. I could probably check into copper, but too many things, right? The NASDAQ. All right, guys. So here's the deal with Pudgy, okay? Just like I showed you guys with Brett. There is a recovery on some of the coins in the market. We are in a downtrend, but the reality is there's going to be a recovery after a big drop. So you need to find the coins that are going to pump to their resistances, possibly. Okay? So what that means is Pudgy Penguins hypothetically could pump up to here. and here, which from where it is, it's a pretty good profit right now. You're looking at probably 151%. And judging by what Turbo did, so I'm going to set an alert right here because like I said, guys, I'm not going against the trend, but you guys could long it. If I go against the trend, I'm only doing spot. That is it. And it's probably going to be at the bottom. Copper hit a new ATH. I haven't even looked at copper. I forgot about copper. Oh, that would have been a beautiful drop. All the money is in the metals at the moment. Yeah, I'll have to check out copper. John Gregory, what is up, brother? Yo, we got people coming on the live tonight. Appreciate you guys. Seriously. Yeah, it's copper. We're just really ranging on copper. All right, did Tesla hit my area yet? I set an alert on Tesla. Guys, I'm telling you, Tesla is going to pump up to this previous high. Non-financial advice. Do your own research. We are in a double top on Tesla, but we never hit the top after this continuation right here. So if you guys do put options or anything like that, boom, right there, hit the top. We could drop. We very well could drop, but it looks like Tesla wants to go up. So we could also just drop. Let's see what happens. All right, back to some crypto here. Back to some crypto. So we've got Pudgy Penguins, guys. We've got Turbo. Turbo already did the dirty. Turbo is really just ranging, by the way. So if anybody's looking or trading Turbo, it is ranging. Hit the top, hasn't broken out, went sideways. UFD. Unicorn fart test. Yeah. Yeah, unicorn fart test doesn't look too bad. And it is very, very low. Double bottom. Nonetheless, it is a double bottom, yeah. It looks all right. Double bottom, rounded bottom, whatever you want to call it. Doesn't look too bad. If it breaks out of this area right here, it will take off and fly. Okay, let me go to Turbo for a second here. We've got some movement. One hour close coming up here. Yeah, so they're gonna try to move this off of the pennant that it is in right now. So there's a possibility that this does a little bit of a pump and then a sideways and then drop. But overall, you're weak. Bitcoin's very close to that top, guys. Very, very close. So I would say we're going to hit that 94.5 and then come down. Pump Fun, PUMP.FUN. Oh yeah, Pump Fun's pumping a bit here too. Let's redraw Pump Fun. So if we go from the top to the bottom here, Pump Fun will be in a real nice downtrend, right? Looks like Pump Fun is about to break out. We've got resistance right here. Again, I'm not going to play the downtrend, but if it breaks out here, we get a solid back test. Bang. XGen Verse, what is up? I appreciate you, brother. Thanks for joining our community. I did set up the fair value gaps. Yeah. Fair value gap is an indicator I use, but I set them up to what I wanted it to be. So we're going to set a better alert here on Pump Fun. Okay. We'll see what happens if Pump Fund rejects. We look at a short and we drop down. If Pump Fund breaks out, then we look for a possible long. Look at Farcoin. I'm in at 57. All right. Yeah, if you haven't joined our free app, mighty.beastlimitless.com, it is our app. All right, go join it. It's completely free. You don't need to pay for it. Come join the community. We're going to be doing some fun teachings and coachings on TA in there specifically. All right. We got a huge webinar coming up, huge webinar in the new year. And it is not just going to be myself. It is going to be my business partner as well. And guys, we got lots to show you. Stuff that I haven't even showed people yet. Okay, so the daily on Fartcoin is kind of weird, but sure, we'll you should be good on this long. Oh wait, you're at a short or long, sorry, 0.57. I'm confused. Okay, well, the resistance on Filecoin is going to be in this area right here. So it is in a huge downtrend, like very big downtrend. Don't follow that double top. That double top is probably going to wick up to here. This looks like Filecoin is going to tank. After. So keep an eye on it. If you're in about 52, 57, this would be an offloading area for me at around 40 cents to 43. If it breaks out, very, very possible, but with the daily overbought, you're in a continuation, 3 days overbought, man. Filecoin looks weak. Filecoin looks very, very weak. All right, Bitcoin's about to Bitcoin's about to hit that area around 94. I want to go back to Turbo real quick. Because obviously with Bitcoin pumping, things are going to try to pump. Not really doing anything, just ranging in this volume area. With the 1 hour going down, I would say we see sideways momentum on Turbo. It could push up to here, but you're looking at something like that until we get the drop. When's the 4 hour close? 55 minutes, right? So we haven't broken out, and the 4 hour already closed in 55 minutes here. So we'll see what happens. $93K selling right now. We'll see. We're very, very overbought, right? We still could push up to 94. You host a crypto event in Florida. Shout out to Florida and Nashville. Nice. There's my handle, beastlimitless.com. Again, it's completely free to join. You don't have to pay anything. All right, so we got that little wick on Bitcoin, guys. Again, now we're overbought. Let me draw a smaller channel here. Well, I already have the channel drawn. Just because we hit 93K, I'm not confident we're going to go down yet, but yeah, so we're still in the channel, right? Because we technically hit the side of the channel right here. So we're still ranging in the channel. We'll have to see what Bitcoin does. 0.5 at 89. Great point. So let's say we take it from here to here. So around 88.2. Keep in mind, guys, I'm on logarithmic, right? A lot of you guys are on regular for your charts. I find logarithmic works better in crypto, but pretty much we got the same target. Definitely come down to the 382, right? Again, we're in a downtrend, and this does not look like a downtrend. This looks like a little bit of a bull market. Or what I'd like to call, holy, that's a big drop on turbo. Or what I'd like to call bull trap. All right, sorry, I keep on going back to turbo. Let's go check out CoinGecko, guys. Monad, M-O-N. Monad's been a banger too, but I don't know how I feel about Monad. There's not a lot of risk to reward right now to trade Monad. Man. Yeah, there's like no risk to reward for me to trade this, and it is in the middle, but it looks like it will push back down to here. We got it up here. We took profit around here. We made good money when we traded it, shorted it before. But I would say it's going to push back up to here. I would love for it to come up here and wick. I would be shorting that all day. Holy, turbo is coming down. London Bridge. No, we're in Tokyo. We're in Tokyo session at the moment. What else do we got here, fam? Sui is 166. Let's see the resistance on Sui because I think it's 176. We shorted this pretty good the other time. Made money on it. Why is my computer so slow? We had that nice double bottom at 130. That would have been beautiful. Well, if anybody cares, Sui can pump all the way up to 317. We do have some resistance right here, which is also a downtrend, okay? So in the shorter term, about 197, if it breaks that, continues down, okay? But if you're actually following a downtrend, then SUI could hit $3 roughly. I wouldn't bank on that. I would say in the shorter term, you're looking at about that 197. So 197 would probably be my short. $197 would definitely be my short. So I'd put an alert here at about 197 roughly. Binance. Rodney, thank you. Appreciate you. Binance, your view on BNB, all right. Again, guys, if you don't have the live on in the background on Twitch or YouTube, please do. It does help us trend. We are going to set this for one of the top trading platforms, not just for crypto, in all of the internet and trading. So shout out to all the new people of the channel. If you're new, welcome. Let me know who you are, where you come from. BNB broke out. BNB broke out. We're in a downtrend in Bitcoin, and BNB broke out. Any way you put this, BNB broke out and it backtested. All right, let's see what is happening here. Let's go to the weekly. You have a tweezer reversal candle right here at 1300. Okay, the weekly is not going to do anything. We may go into a wicked bull trap, guys. We may go into an absolute crazy pump bull trap. BNB broke out, yeah. Could be a fake out, right? But at the moment, I can't go off of a fake out when a daily trend just broke out. I cannot call this a fake out. 8888. There you go, triple numbers. What do you want? Hola. Come. Come here. Come here. Oh. Oh. Those of you who remember my dog from the good old days, what do you think? BNB broke out, Luna? Yeah, sinister. BNB broke out. So what I'm going to do is take this bottom to here. She's really heavy. Holy man. Did BNB chase the wick? Okay, you're done. Go down now. She's like, leave me alone. This is a bull trap. 100%. I wouldn't even call this a downtrend at this point. I would call this a bull trap because BNB broke out 100%, and we are looking like we are getting some pretty big pumps right now. I don't know if this would be a bull trap on BNB because we already broke out. But until Bitcoin breaks 98K, we're in a downtrend. You just really got to find if something is breaking out or if it's at resistance, like Turbo, right? We know Turbo. Like if you look at BNB, here's the range. So I would wait for the breakout and the back test, or I would wait for it to come down here and get it again. Otherwise, you're waiting for a breakout and backtest. Now I need to go relook at Turbo because dog hair. No, Turbo's Turbo's definitely rejecting. And it is most definitely in a downtrend. So some coins are just going against the, you got to find which one, right? If a coin rejects, you know it's probably going to. Another possibility too is, guys, that we are getting a pump on everything until Bitcoin hits the top, and then you might see a fake out, right? You might see retrograde type of movement. How about Book of Meme? Shout out to you, Sinister, for that BNB look. It definitely broke out, man. 100%. The good old Vegas days. We'll be back at some point. Oh, man. I will never forget Vegas. Look at Book of Meme, guys. The Book of Meme breaks out of here. We've got a nice rounded bottom to the top, a continuation, right? Like a lot of these coins are, I personally wouldn't long them because anything could happen. But a lot of these coins are going to make you a ton of money, a ton of money. If you long, if you short, right? You just really got to find the breakout right here. But this is a beautiful chart. I remember trading Book of Meme with you guys, the breakout video. Actually, I'm going to set, why is my trading view? Okay, what else do we got here? Actual projects. Zcash is dumping. Cotty. Someone said Cotty at a pump. Cotty Bugatti. Or not. Cotty be a broken down Honda Civic lately. And even broken down Honda Civics, guys, they work. Trust me, I would know. Cotty put me into a Vespa. Oh, it's hilarious. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really see anything. Well, what am I saying? If I look at the downtrend right here, we're still in a downtrend in Cotty, but there is a macro trend here that if it breaks out back to us, it will pump pretty high. We got to go look at what Bitcoin DOM is doing. This seems weird because altcoins are pumping and DOM is pumping. Let's go look at total free, which I'm not too concerned. Like, we're in a downtrend, but I'm just trying to figure out what is actually what. This feels like a retrograde market to me. Okay, total free. Total 3 is coming very, very close to resistance. Okay, I can see where we rejected here. So we hit the top, we hit the bottom, we dumped, faked out, came back up, continuation down. If we break this, we get an alt season in a way, or maybe a bull trap. But we are way below every time frame to long or anything. You're below your 800, you're below your 200. Oh yeah, Turbo is printing. Let's go. Although I will say that pennant was a bit scary for sure. Man, this dog here. That's also a double top on Turbo too. And we've got the continuation to the downside here. So all right, super versus. Oh, you know what? DOGS dogs. Guys, did you know Telegram is valued at $30 billion? And they have 10 to 20 employees. And they don't do anything. And they have no overcost, no overhead. I mean, Turbo's coming down. Let's go, fam. That's what we want. I'm probably going to look for a short on dogs up here. Make sure you guys share your wins at beastlimitless.com. Okay, where the heck is that? Here. Go to mighty.beastlimitless.com, guys. Share your wins. You just go to the win section. There we go. And go throw in those turbo wins in here. All right. The last major win was Monad. We've got turbo locked up. And guys, always set your stop loss and profit. Always, always, always. I can't say that enough. So I'm looking at dogs for a short at the top of resistance. If it doesn't break out, we've got a very nice rounded bottom. And you're looking at this, yeah, very nice rounded bottom, solid. So I'm looking for a short right here. Possibility it breaks out. Do I think to do? I don't think it will. Of course, anything could happen. Stop losses and profit, guys. Remember, don't be greedy. You got a free trade, okay? Yeah, so what I can see, we're in the manipulation phase into London, and then we are going to come down into in Tokyo, and then we're going to come down into London. What is up, Oric? How you doing? Turbo been going down over a year, yeah. Yeah, this is a good call. Turbo's in a huge downtrend, huge. So we got in a short right here, or here, wherever it was. And we're shorting it. I'll be real with you guys. I'm telling you guys to put a stop loss and profit, okay? But this thing could dump potentially if we break this fair value gap pretty much to this level, and then you've got no support really to this area right here. So you are potentially looking at a 30% win. On leverage, you could be looking at thousands and thousands of dollars. Potentially. But I am also saying set your stop loss and profit, because a win is a win. All right, we're up $1,000 right now. You can't even. That's US. So Canada, we're probably up like $1,300. But again, it could recover. It could recover, guys. So set your stop losses and profit, all right? Dog with hat. I forgot about the hat. I forgot about the hat. Sinster, thank you. This is going to be another turbo type of trade, eh? Possibly. Awesome, man. That's good to hear. Your $10 is like 100K. You just got to build it. All right. It doesn't matter if you start off with 100 grand, 10 grand, 1 grand, 50 grand, $50, $25. Just got to build it. The difference is the patience game, right? People don't need to be patient at 100K. You need to be patient at $100. Then at your 1,000, you can be a bit more risky, right? So 10 bucks is pretty much like $1,000 essentially. Whiff, yeah. I wouldn't necessarily short whiff here. I don't know. Actually, this is in a falling wedge. So I would say whiff is going to range in this area until we hit the top of the downtrend, right? Bang, bang, bang is what I'm looking for. Personally, for me, I probably wouldn't trade whiff unless it does break out sideways. Then you are essentially looking for it to pump all the way up to whatever that is, 64, right? Holy man, we are just holding into London. But if you're looking at the smaller time frame, oh yeah, you're looking at this dropping for sure. For sure, for sure. I appreciate you guys for taking out the time out of your day to watch my live. Hopefully y'all are making some money on the live. You know, it used to be we would, wait for the live to end. Now I'm just like, I don't even care how long we've been live for. GP, you're long since 0.0173. Should you close your turbo long? I can't tell you to do that. But I will say you have a double top. You're overbought. The neckline's right here. That would take you all the way down to here. I wouldn't say get out of a trade. I would set your stop loss and profit to something you're comfortable, okay, taking home, essentially. But we should be going through this gap really shortly. WMTX. Okay. So yeah, there's a possibility this pumps all the way up to 16 cents to the continuation of the downtrend. And even in the shorter term, you're looking at about 13.3. So not too bad at all. So if you're longing it, you're at the middle line of this consolidation channel. All right, we're up 1,100 bucks on turbo right now. Sorry, guys. This is the trade I'm in, and honestly, I need to keep an eye on it, right? Again, make sure you guys are following the X account, guys, because I shared this, a free setup on X today, earlier. Right here, 2:28 p.m., baby. Right when we were right in the pump. See what Bitcoin is going to do. We should be dropping shortly and come back to our order block for London. We should. Alejandro can, but you got to keep in mind that things don't always go down all at once, right? So probably in the next hour, we're going to start dropping, guys. Next 2 hours to come back to our order block for London. Which is kind of weird. We wouldn't push up to 94, but we are in a downtrend market. And we've got that bearish dive right here. All right, guys, I'm going to end the live here because I'm happy. We went over a lot of good trades. People are making money. Not too much happening right now. We pretty much know that Tokyo is, playing a game, otherwise called manipulation, right? We know that we can range around here and then come back to our London session. I will be live tomorrow, guys, in the morning, the same time, 8 to 8:30 roughly. I'm working on waking up exactly at 8. You got to give me a break. And my computer just shut down today. I don't know what happened. Just completely shut down. So make sure you guys are following the socials, subscribe, join Beast Limitless, mighty.beastlimitless.com. Set your stop losses and profit, fam, because that is how you make money in this market. Tim, are we back or are we back? I just got to hear from somebody. All right. Cool. And shout out to all the new people, guys. I really thank you for taking the time out of your day to take away from your families for being on the live. Have a great day. Moises, I appreciate you.